Hi guys, it's me, Kat, MrsHandyRU. I hope you're doing really well today, all of you. So I have something fun to share, which you probably saw by the thumbnail if I remembered to do it the right way. This is one of my little treasures that I've been ordering online. This was, I think it was on Etsy, and you can find all kinds of fun stuff there. And it's an old newspaper. And it's about, let's see, let's get the right title. Assassination Suspect Oswald Slain at Jail by Dallas Nightclub Owner. So yeah, so Jack Ruby was supposedly, that's the guy back two in the hat. Or is he? I don't think he is. And everything's so fake. And look at the face. Look at the face on the Oswald character. Look at that face. That is so overacted. Because he's a white hat. He's a good guy. He's part of the plan. And so Jack Ruby, yeah. Jack Ruby, I think, was junior. I really do. So let's see. And I didn't decode a whole bunch from this. I'll probably do it another time. If you guys are interested, let me know if you're interested to hear things like this, because it's all coding. And then down here we have Mrs. Kennedy and the kids. We have John and Caroline and Bobby and Bobby's wife. I can't remember Bobby's name. Bobby's wife's name, if you can see it. And it's the whole paper. It's not just the front page. So it's got all kinds of gems in here, I'm sure. And let's see, what's on the back? It's an ad. Oh, not an ad. It used to, normally it would be something like that, but there's a picture of President Kennedy on the back, who is alive, in case you're new, right? He's alive. Yeah. I don't know how much of this you guys want to see, but so this is a really fun episode for me. This is a good one. And okay, let's see. And it, like I said, well, no, I didn't tell you. It's from Long Beach, California, and it was dated the 25th of November, 63. And let's see. I already told you the title. Let's see. There's a phrase there that, all these phrases are decodable with Gematria, and it was merciless death, and it's simple. It's 141. It equals me, MrsHandyRU. Isn't that fun? And it equals reincarnation, and here's Johnny. A new era begins, because that's when everything changed, right? Everything changed right then. At that moment, everything pivoted. Let's see. So yeah, here's Johnny. Okay, now it also equals, oh, I'm sorry, Jack Rubenstein was Jack Ruby's real name. So Rubenstein. And in Jewish Gematria, it's never to be seen again. Okay, so never to be, because you won't see him anymore. He's gone. And let's see. Okay, and law and order matches a merciless death. I forgot that one. So that's a President Trump phrase, law and order. So here's Johnny, all that matched. So Jack Rubenstein, and simple is the master plan. And like I said, never to be seen again. Unbelievable odds, because this is unbelievable. It's fake. Black Swan event. Double trouble. Jack Ruby's name equals double trouble. Let's see. Twin souls shot in the dark. That's a Pink Panther type movie, a Peter Sellers movie called A Shot in the Dark. But anyway, shot in the dark is matches Jack Rubenstein. Is that a coincidence? No. And it happens to also match Donald Trump dead, because remember I had that live stream a little bit ago when he was going into the courthouse to say he wasn't guilty for all the fake charges and everything. And Anyway, so I kept wondering, oh, are they going to do like what the fake stuff like they did with Oswald and have somebody shoot at President Trump, you know, something like that. But that didn't happen, obviously. And like I said, I'm fine to be wrong. I'm just theorizing, you know, and but it still could happen. Like, what if they arrest him? Is President Trump like, oh, the first arrest will shock the world kind of thing from Q, a Q post? And I think he will be arrested, and I think he will die like in custody. And at first, I thought it'd be a cardiac arrest, like being abstained. I'm having a hard time still talking with the cold, and you know, colds can last for a long time. This is kind of what's happening. I'm not sick. I'm tired, you know, and voice is kind of yucky. But anyway, but it matches Donald Trump dead. So the master plan, so Jack Rubenstein matches the master plan, which matches Donald Trump dead. So it kind of makes me feel like like I said, it could be a cardiac arrest, like Epstein in jail, you know, in jail kind of a situation. Like, and everybody go, oh no, that's fake. You know, you shot him, or, you know, you got rid of him because you don't like him, and there would be all this turmoil. Maybe that's what starts the fake civil war. I don't know. And let's see. So it could be, you know, he's brought into a court, jail, and, you know, I don't remember when that, I thought it was December would be the next time he would be going back there, but if I'm wrong, can you let me know? I'd like to know when they're saying, because I never listen to the news, when they're saying, you know, if you happen to know, that'd be nice. Let me know when he'd be going back. Let's see, you know, and I thought about that stuff I said about the banks. It could be next year in April. And like, this, I don't know whether it happened or not, because I'm recording these one right after the other. So I don't know if it could be a year from then, or, you know, a year from this Titanic anniversary date I keep talking about. Or, you know, because I also get eclipse comms, and this big eclipse is going to happen. I think it's April 8th over a lot of the United States. Yeah, April 8th next year in 2024. So could I just be a year ahead? You know, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. So Jack Rubenstein, again, I didn't finish it. In simple gematria 152, so it equals V for vendetta. And okay, so I already said Donald Trump dead, right? Well, V for vendetta, is that going to will it maybe look like somebody's out to get him, and they, you know, do the bang bang? Sorry. And by the numbers. So that's a oneism, 107 phrase. And by the numbers, he says that a lot, by the numbers. And when you look at it backwards, it's like, yeah, it equals Donald Trump dead, shot in the dark, twin souls, black swan event, all that, the master plan, feminine Christ. So when he's saying that, likely he's Diana. It equals, by the numbers equals mother goddess, feminine Christ, twin souls. Then I did just Jack Ruby, not Rubenstein or Stein. And it's in Jewish gematria, it's 1296, and it equals JFKJR. So Jack Ruby equals JFKJR. I mean, like, how obvious could we get here? And all first ladies have been men. Oh, I don't know. Could have been Diana too. Mostly I got things about Junior, obviously, because it was literally JFKJR. And then Jack Ruby equals now departing, like we're on a plane, but anyway, now departing, like we won't see him anymore. And cosmic twin flame matches Jack Ruby. So Jack Ruby in simple is 91. It's PSYOP, all planned, Walking Dead, simple, it's, let's see, also, I should say, mirror, who is Q, sexy porn star, and we already just did the thing with Stormy Daniels on the other video, the last one, I think, and sexy porn star, Jack Ruby. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. And real JFKJR matches Jack Ruby. So we have sexy porn star and real JFKJR matches Jack Ruby. Okay, this is just so much. Yeah, so 91 is also, oh gosh, anyway. It's also, besides sexy porn star, it equals sensual. I can't even say the word. Sensual. Like I said, sexy porn star and tall girl. It's not me. Yeah. So Stormy Daniels, JFKJR, you know, it's just too much sometimes. Let's see. What else is 91? Oh, Vendetta, plain old Vendetta instead of V for Vendetta. So we have it in both different ways, both ways. And let's see. Yeah, so SEC test. Well, I don't know how to say it, like security test, but SEC test. And that's a Q phrase. And as far as I can remember, I'm pretty sure it is. And so that word, that little phrase, SEC and then test, is equals PSYOP. And like basically one thing is leading to another. And I just thought you guys would like that. Let's see if we could see something else fun here. Might as well look at this. I know somebody's pulling in the driveway now. So I have had cat threw up in the beginning when I started all this stuff. What else happened? Jehovah's Witness came to the door, wondered about if I'm okay, and all that. Let's see. Oh my gosh! Look at the photos. Oh my gosh! I don't want to hurt the newspaper. It's so fragile. Okay, now we get a close up. We got a close up of okay, can you see it? Yeah, look at it's on the fold, but anyway. There's that face. Okay, there's that face of Oswald. Now I haven't tried to figure out who's playing Oswald, but maybe it was Junior was one and Diana was the other. I'm not sure. And look here, which do I have it right? Oh, it's on this page. Yeah, this page. This is supposed to be Jack Ruby. Here, oops, I dropped it. Right there, that's supposed to be Jack Ruby. I'm making a mess with my poor fragile newspaper. Let's see, I was gonna look at an ad just for fun. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, we have a toy. Let's see if I can get this right. We have a toy here for Christmas because there's Christmas ads in this paper from a store called Buffum's. Probably it's in Long Beach, California. Okay, let's look at it together. See, can you see this? I don't know if you can see it here. I think, did I get it? Okay, there. Okay, that thing that almost looks like a telescope, that's mortar. It's mortar. It's a toy, but it's gonna send off a missile. Mortar with camouflage helmet. And it's got a 19-inch mortar with sight. So it's 19 inches. So we have a 19 here. And we have a camo helmet. And it's $4.98. That's pretty cool. So is that like a Warcom for us? Like that could be coming up. Like if everybody's looking back on it right now, like looking back on all this, that could be, I don't know, because nothing's a coincidence, right? And then we have a field tent with a helmet and a mess kit and a canteen for backyard maneuvers. Like, yeah, I think it is. So backyard maneuvers meaning like us, like looking out for the bad guys in the war scenario. Where's that one? That's the little tent in the middle. Can you see that? Yeah, that's the tent right there in the middle, small picture. What else? Oh, and we have a U.S. Armed Forces Battlefront playset, complete with tanks, trucks, tents, and soldiers. He'll stage a real skirmish with these. That's near me in the middle. What else? Oh my gosh, it is all. It's pretty much all. Oh, and then we have a monkey gun, which must be a nickname for some kind of a weapon. Monkey gun with launcher is 3 guns in one: a pistol, a Tommy gun, a rifle, grenade. And that's kind of near Santa's beard in the center of the picture. I hope you guys could see it. I'm sorry if I'm driving you crazy. So, and it said, Santa is here and come to Santa's breakfast party. So, anyway, I'm sure that's all comms too. So, anyway, so that's that. So that goes with that. And that goes over here. Okay, now, back to more fun stuff. I didn't know when I could fit this stuff in, but even if more important stuff is going on, this is like a little lighthearted thing to make you feel better, right? So, you know, let's just look at things that way. I can't get George straight. Anyway, so this is a magazine called Veranda, right? I got notes all over it and sticky things, and okay, there's comms all through this. You won't even believe what's in here. It's like a Southern magazine. It's all like very high end. Not that I am. I will be though. I will be high end, just like all of you. So there for the high end stuff. You know, the jewelry is all like thousands of dollars and the vacations are through the roof, but I like to look at it just for ideas for the time being, you know, and look at color choices and what looks good with what, and, you know, I do enjoy it. So anyway, I didn't look at the letter to the editor. I wonder what that said, because I get that the letter to the editor in my next one is, I think, a fake person. Of course. So look at this. I'll take the sticky thing off so you can see it better. I don't want to wreck it. Did I wreck it? Oh. Yeah. I'll move the sticky thing down. So we have an article in here called Time Travelers. See? Time Travelers. So it's about friends, and I'll just give you some quotes from the article. It's all underlined. It's underlined everywhere. Look at the second page. See all the notes? Like, I don't know if you can see it, but Time Travelers. What happens when two very different men, and then what else did they say? Classic watches. Well, I'll tell you why we're into talking about watches in a second. And they elect to pool. Now, remember Mr. Pool? Yeah, I think he's Junior or Diana. I haven't worked on that all the way, but it's, remember, Q said follow the loop? Well, that's Pool backwards. And my friend Lisa D that was on a few weeks back said she thinks time is like a loop, and that we're going back to get people, and as more people are ready, we're going back to get them, which I think is fascinating. So there's that with loop. Let's see, overlapping lives. Let's see, and the arrangement is greater than the sum of its parts. And I think that what that means is they're gods, and they're all part of the gods. And they collect watches, antique watches. And we are carrying a piece of the story of the other person, because there's a couple of people involved in all these. So then we have Power Meetings in Cairo is the subtitle. We have Sense of Power. And then the most fun thing on this page is we have, I think it's IWC Pilot's Watch Chronograph. It's this watch right here. The watch in the lower area of the page. Ooh, the date on it says Monday the 25th. I hadn't noticed that. Huh. The cat is scratching at the door. I just do not want to get up. I'm surrounded by a table and notes and a light. She's just going to have to make noise. And it's nice out. I think it's going to be 70 out there today, which is a big deal in New Hampshire. Okay, so we have this watch is JFKJR's watch. This is his watch. I saw this and I couldn't believe it. It's not, they don't say, oh, that's JFK Jr.'s watch, but this is the watch that's called the Pilot Chronograph watch, and that's a watch he had. So that's what they're talking about. They're talking about collecting watches, and New York Minute mastered, like the master of time. And then talk about love at first sight, and that's like the Eves and the Adams in the Garden of Eden. And they talked about New York and going to the Upper East Side. And then when he spotted the watch that has since reigned as his New York go-to, reigned like Royal and Diana kind of comes. Let's see. There are these little storefronts on Lexington Avenue that sell estate jewelry. Well, Lexington equals about damn time, and time is short. I love that. I just love it. What else does it equal? That's awesome. It equals cardiac arrest. So that's different. I kind of was wondering about that with President Trump, you know. And let's see. And laughs last matches. So cardiac arrest and then laughs last. And let's see. Oh, and vintage was mentioned at least once, if not more. And that's 78, and it's Kennedy. And let's see, and evacuate matches, 78. And that's like evacuate New York City or whatever, evacuate everybody. Like there's nukes, go to a fallout shelter, and they're fake and whatever. And then we have Pepsi was mentioned. That was a nickname for a Rolex. And it's, let's see, and Jewish is 224, and it equals siren, December's, and Oscar. So I don't know. It also has an eclipse com, and that's Corona. When you do that, when you work on that. And then it also matches Do It Q and Jewish. Let's see. These are the kind of ads we have in this, you know. This is so weird. Look at the ad. The person there. It's just like, okay. Oh, and of course it says 35 on the bottom, and President Kennedy was 35th president. Oh, there's so much. Oh, and then they mentioned a Rolex Submariner, and there could definitely be an FF, a false thing on a flagpole, flappy thing, from a submarine. You know, they pretend it's a submarine, and supposedly there's a missing sub already and whatever. And let's see. So there, yeah, Rolex Submariner, and designed for divers. And, you know, let's see, a junior was supposedly down under the water. He was a diver, supposedly, too. I don't know, think I saw pictures of that, but he probably did. And let's see, and somebody had to dive down to get the wreckage of the junior plane, JFKJR plane. Let's see, talking about confessing here. Let's see, confesses, and steel bracelet. Like they're gonna have to say what they did that was wrong in the Garden of Eden and at the cross. they're going to have to confess what they did, because I guess confession isn't, I mean, being contrite isn't good enough. You have to say what you did. And let's see. Yeah, I don't think I should get into all that other stuff, but I've got pages and pages of this article. Let's see, magical moments with a cross international romance, cross. Let's see, and they say, of course, it has to do with watches, but horological, like a whore. You know, think about back then, back in time, with Adam and Eve and everything. And it's ongoing connection. And then, let's see, originally languished, like died, and talked about the submariner again, and then confesses, and then comes alive in the sun. So, sorry, still, I wish I felt better. Yeah, comes alive in the sun. I think that, you know, there's a theory I have that the sun will just stay up, or whatever direction, and it won't be, it'll be light for a really long time, maybe permanently, I don't know. First it'll be dark for a while, like dark to light, and then I think it'll just be light, and we might not have any more nights, but we'll all be energized and have great DNA, and things will be growing like crazy. And I've got to go out in the garden today because it's so nice. And then we have a story at the end of this called Origin Story. And let's see. So, you know, Garden of Eden, origin story. And let's see. Create, best of the genre, master gardener. And then we have shoot, creating dozens of beautiful bouquets in every hue imaginable. And let's see. And they have 23 years, like W, as editor-in-chief of Veranda, and you reverse it, it's Eve. So we have origin story, then we have 23, reverse it to 32, it's Eve. Let's see. And this is a really key part, because you probably wonder, like, how did President Kennedy get to be chosen to be the Jesus that we know of? You know, the John, one of them. And I've gotten from lots of stories, because like I told you, I don't just do Gematria, I listen to plots and snippets of things, TV shows, movies. And what I got from that is that it's like he had to choose one, but he didn't know which one to choose, or well, likely he knew which one to choose, but I mean, he knows the beginning and the end, he knows what's going to happen. But anyway, he chose President Kennedy, as far as I understand. And right here, and Junior, our JFKJR, was the older one, and he was born like 2 minutes before President Kennedy, because they're twins. They're not just father-son, they're really twins, because Joseph Patrick was his twin. I know it's so confusing if you're new. Joseph Patrick Kennedy Jr. was President Kennedy's twin, even though listed, if you look it up now, or at least today, if you look it up, it looks like they're 2 years apart. But those years are really time on a 24-hour clock, which I've explained before. And that's why they're twins. And the times, the two times that the 1915 and 1917 equal to 1915 and 1917 on a 24-hour clock. And they're 2 minutes apart. So let's see. And so anyway, so choosing, okay, although choosing a favorite project would be impossible, it's like choosing between children, okay? So he had to choose between them, who was going to be the one on the cross and who's going to be the one now. Or them. I should say them, because as far as I can figure, it's not just one going in the Beast event. I think it's more than one. But I could be wrong, right? And let's see. And yeah, train your eye. It's, you must, Some of us are born with an innate sense of style. Well, some of us are born with an innate sense. In other words, God is working through you and getting you to pay attention to certain things, like right now. And you must train your eye. Like, don't let, that's what they said right in there at the end. Pay attention and don't let anything slip by you, because they're telling you what's going on. So anyway, oh, and then I might as well, I was talking about time travel. It was basically a time travel article just a second ago, but right here we have in the New Hampshire Home Magazine, it's called A Trip to the Past, is an article in here. I'm showing you the notes, not the magazine. See, can you see it? There's too much glare. I don't know, I can't tell. Well, anyway, that's the magazine. And it's the, which one is it? May, June 2022. Yeah, and I didn't tell you, this other one with Veranda was May, June 2022. And I think they're everywhere. I think every magazine right now is run by the good guys, just like every newspaper, everything. We have a letter from the editor, and I didn't work on her name. I didn't do that. I just kind of picked out phrases that I knew were important, and like I didn't decode her name. But I was looking at her picture and I'm like, okay, is this Diana in a mask, or is this maybe just any old picture of somebody? But I don't know. But this is the lady right there. And so, okay. And a large number of years, this is from her, I didn't like to acknowledge, oh, I'm sorry, I read it the wrong way. A large number of years I didn't like to acknowledge have passed since I graduated from the University of New Hampshire. And then she says, the feel of the air turns my clock back. I'm just gonna read little bits. I wonder if someday spring will arrive and those sunny days on the patio will remain in shadow. Eclipse calm right there. The sunny days, and the wind is blowing out there right now. Wow. So will remain in shadow. Let's see. And 16 years on, it hasn't happened. It's a testament to those 4 years. So testament, like New Testament, Old Testament, and lifelong friends. Try new things, toss some things aside, and make possibly the worst decisions I'll ever make, I hope. Like the bad stuff that happened, right, in the Garden of Eden and cross. It didn't hurt that I was studying the things I love. Sure, that I was walking toward the future I'd always wanted, going to the future. Time travel. There were bad days, scary choices, intense pressures, tears, frightening things, pain. And then she says, diving deep, one of our phrases, and the promise of tomorrow. Sobbed the day after graduation, and leaving the Garden of Eden, like leaving, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Brokenhearted, I'll never forget. And then 18 years ago, and then 18 years ago again, and swamped with the sadness, and swamped like, I think they were in the boat, like I was talking about with Noah, only it was the Adams and Eves and all. Let's see, and then they go 5 in there for comms. 5-minute walk from 20 of my closest friends, and then killed me. I was dead, suffering. What I'd come to learn was a vicious case of mono, but like vicious, dead. They, you know, the kids and everything in the Garden of Eden. Devastation. We could barely even look at each other. And what else do I have? Let's see. We have a Mike O'Malley, and there's like a double letter thing going on. We have 2 M's and 2 L's and 2 E's. We have double letters, and I think that was pretty good. Yeah, that was good. So that's from Erica. I can't read her name. It's a script. Erica Thoits. Now, they always use weird names. Always. So Erica J, there's a J, and then Thoits. So that's interesting. I wish I'd done her name. That would have been fun. But that's what I was going to tell you. Oh, and on the front, look at the front. There's bunny wallpaper on top of everything else. Like right there in plain sight, bunny wallpaper. And we have, what, two place settings, which isn't that unusual, but 2 place settings. So we have 2 glasses of wine, 2 bowls, twin comms, as I like to call it. So anyway, besides awesome recipes in here and gorgeous designs, it's got comms. And I think, like I said, they're everywhere. The comms are everywhere. And sometimes they use fake names. Just looking at it, you go, that's a fake name. And they tend to use things that are hard to say, like a name that you go, wait a minute, how do you even, like I just did, how do you even say that name? Or a name that has so many double letters or triple letters that you're just like, whoa, that's unusual, But that's how I've been noticing things. And I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing this one. Really, really liked it. So if I come up with more, I'll let you know. Just to be, I don't know. Oh, and then we got rosemary on the front. Look at that, look at that, look at that. See, the rosemary right there? Yeah, we have rosemary. We got Mary in there. Oh, so fun. So I hope you had fun. And here comes the Trump train. Way too much fun, you guys. Yeah, and thanks for asking about Mr. Handy, as you guys always do, and wishing him good health and prayers and everything. And if you want to write to me or him, I always leave my address in the video description, and I always answer. So if you'd like an answer, I usually try to do a little decoding for you, and I appreciate any help you can give for him and buying equipment or whatever we have to do. We'd like to get some more for downstairs, and so it's not so hard with all the wires and all the million pieces and all that of the spooky too, I'm trying to say, and all that. And I love you guys. Take care of each other, and don't worry, okay? And have a smile. Everything's gonna be okay. Love you. Bye.